welcome everyone right here to Scoreboard's Restaurant on Course Seat Boulevard, right here at between Sherwood and Airline Highway. I'm Chris Powers, but this is the man, Athletic Director Roman Banks. It's an overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks, a guy that's so successful and popular that he's got a bread pudding named after him here at Scoreboard's Restaurant. People don't just come out and say they want bread pudding anymore. They want the overtime
Sears
with
bread pudding.
pecans on top.
And pecans on top, my brother.
That's it, man. Oh, that is so good. Hey,
Come on out and get it.
That's right. And also that, we got crawfish, boiled crawfish, and them things are huge. They look like lobsters.
Oh, no question. I mean, we had a good time eating those crawfish the other day, and and the crabs are equally as good as well.
Ooh,
so
yes.
we're having a good time over here. Great food. Come out and join us, and feel free to mingle with our staff.
That's right. Get you a cold one. We also got kids specials too. Don't be afraid to bring the kids. Always a great fun. Usually we film this about start taping. It's about 6:50.
Yes.
And it airs at 7 o'clock on Pelican Sports TV. Speaking of hot, the baseball team continues to be very hot. Last night they did lose a heartbreaker to ULM. They were in that game pretty much the whole time. Texas Southern game was unbelievable, especially the one that went 12 innings.
With a lot of runs, huh?
Wow. And not only that, just it was so exciting at the end. Chris and I were on the radio. Chris Jones, the sports information director, and I were on the radio talking about that. And it was just an unbelievable game.
Now, speaking about radio, Chris and Chris make a pretty good team.
That's right, the Chris and Chris show.
Yeah. I was listening to that pretty good. That sounded very good.
And you never have to worry about, Chris, do you call my name first or your name first?
Couldn't get it wrong.
Chris and Chris. That's right.
And obviously you all did a great job. And the triumph when we won the ball game and those runs came in. Man, you sounded very good.
I've been only doing it since Jesus was a baby. Well, so 14-3 in SWAC play. That's pretty impressive. Still number one. Grambling is close to there in win totals, but still looking good that we can hopefully wrap up the West. The magic number is coming very quick.
Well, the ironic part is that we have Grambling this weekend.
Yes.
In Grambling State, and so I'm very excited about that challenge for our team. I think when you playing well, and you have a team and a rivalry that's on your heels, I think that present a challenge for you where the coach going in the tournament can see what his team kind of made out of as well. And so we can go in there and win a couple of games. I think that we'll solidify ourselves on our side.
No question about that. We're going to talk about the SWAC tournament that will be coming up before you know it. But switching over now to track and field, the LSU alumni gold meet was last week. They did a great job with that. Now preparing for the SWAC Outdoor Championships. It's going to be at Prairie View A&M May 3rd through 5th.
Yeah, and so I think we did pretty well. We had some individuals to place in the top 10 in their events, which is pretty good for us at that type of track meet. And I think the icing on the cake would be this one at Prairie View. To go see what we do in the conference tournament track meet, and so I'm excited about that. And I think that our track team is another sport that have shown great improvement, and the coaches are doing a very good job. Coach White and Darden are doing a very good job with their program.
No question about that. Doing a superb job with that. And then softball series. The season series home finale is this week against Texas Southern. We're going to honor some seniors as well. We're going to have some seniors here on the program as well today. But their brand new park, already it's done.
Yeah. So the park is, we are very excited about it. And, the young ladies wrote me a nice little card thanking, for their new facilities. And but I told them that's something that we in the business are doing, and it was a long time coming, and we're not finished with it yet. And so phase one has been completed. We're able to play this season. I was very disappointed that we couldn't get any games because we didn't meet the specs of the regulations of field for last year, but we're able to now come back home, and we're getting a great following, a great crowd that's following softball, and so we're excited about the future of our softball program.
And here you see the flyer just now, Faith and Fellowship on the diamond. Again, will be at the park this weekend for that. It was a success over at Lee Hines Field. We had a good crowd for that Texas Southern game.
Yeah, no question about it. And so, we advertised that it's a two-part series. And so you had baseball last week, and now you have softball to culminate their senior efforts as well this weekend for softball. And so we're asking for all parents to bring your kids out and come out and partake in Kids Day on the softball diamond.
Yeah, and they had, it was so cool to see they had a couple of baseball teams there that were at the baseball game with Texas Southern and Southern. And as I explained to Chris on the radio, as much as baseball that I played too in my youth, when I go to watch my cousin play baseball, we never watch the game. We've got the paper cups, and we're playing baseball with our hand, and so that's what they were doing.
Well, we had so many games, kids games going on in the field.
Yeah.
And so they was in front of the fans, they were by the concession stand. But what calls for a great atmosphere? Yeah. When you have kids running around there playing, I just think that's part of the growth of taking your program to another level in the future. And so as much as we can get them used to our campus at an early age, hopefully it grow into being, loyal supporters of Southern University.
Yeah, and like I said, we had a great crowd. There was no doubt about that. Speaking of great crowd, to get great crowds, we have to do well in season ticket sales, individual ticket sales, and what have you. Season book renewals, you want to talk about that, I know, and we have new account periods beginning on May 13th, is that right?
Yeah, May 13th. So we are taking all new customers as it relates to new season book holders, and those that are already season book holders, we're sending out their bills and all, and so they know their process. But it's very important that we support season books this season. For a lot of reasons. And in this new age and this new business, if we're going to continue to invest into our student athletes, then that is a revenue line that we need to get our season books up to about 7,500. I'd like to go into this year and say that we've done a great job of improving our season book holders. And so we're right about 5,000 right now. So I'm looking to gain that by 2,000 or 2,500 and see can we get back to our glory days of those books. And here's our caveat about that. The season books are important, so we know on game day sales what our ticket price look like on game day. But if you invest into those season books, each ticket is discounted $5 to $7 cheaper than you would get it on a game day. And so it's even better if you just plan on coming to 1 or 2 games to invest into that season book because your cost will be much cheaper at the end of the day. And so take advantage of this opportunity. And also, with that being said, if you buy season tickets for football, then you're able to get baseball and basketball in advance for half price. And so that is a great caveat. And we need to, in this day and age, be able to depend on our season book holders and our fans to come out and support these teams.
It's simple formula, people. It's great to see when you pull into the stadium to A.W. Mumford Stadium. They got barbecue smoke everywhere. It smells great. See all the people tailgating, but not just to tailgate, to go inside A.W. Mumford Stadium and to buy these season tickets, because when a coach goes to an athlete, you got to have resources. You got to have facilities. If you're not upgraded with all the facilities around for your conference, you're not going to get these athletes, and you're not going to put winning teams on the field. And it's very important for people to support Southern University by doing that. And I think it's a very good price.
And so one thing that we need to understand as well as our supporters is that I'm very impressed, and we have the reputation of being Jaguar Nation, where we travel to different other universities and different facilities to follow our teams, which is a great standard.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But here's the caveat for us. Those teams are not reciprocating back to Southern University. And I spoke to the quarterback club last night, and only Southern University can take care of Southern University. So even when I look at some of our rivalry games, the most tickets that we sold basically was right at 3,000 tickets. That's for a game like Jackson State as it relates to their fans coming to us.
Right.
And when we go there, we bring 10,000 plus. So it's really not equal. It's not apples and oranges. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so our fans need to understand the reason why it's important to buy those tickets and come into our stadium, because right now I only can depend on Southern University folks. I can't depend on other universities coming in and bringing 5,000 and 10,000 people to us.
No doubt.
And so we need to understand that magnitude.
No doubt about that. Can't say it better than myself. All right, coming up, it's the Chris and Chris Show. Chris Jones,
Chris and Chris
Director, will join us right here. We're going to talk baseball when we return right here from From Scoreboard's Restaurant here on Coursey Boulevard, I'm Chris Powers, and this is Overtime Series with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. Back in a moment right here on Pelican Sports TV.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouget. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouget today.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score, because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
Grand Cherokees, we'd rather sell them than move them.
It's Salisbury's Move and Sale and Jeep Adventure Days.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Laredo, $27,990.
With Power Group backup camera, keyless entry, and Uconnect.
Get them now at Salisbury's Chrysler,
Dodge,
Jeep,
and Ram in Baton Rouge.
Buddies, talking about buddies. You just can't lock them out, buddies. They'll make your day. Buddies, you can't deny 'em. Buddies, you just can't buy 'em. You wear 'em, whatever comes your way. Buddies are here to stay.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. So we've got Sports Information Director right here, Mr. Chris Jones, joining us. And we want you right now to relive that awesome, exciting win over number 8 LSU Tigers on the baseball diamond. It was absolutely incredible. Here is a closer look from Lee Hines Field at that exciting victory.
University, but first the Jaguars pick up 2 runs.
Quiet tonight. Let's go, baby. Jackman, here we come. Team win. Let's go. Good job, baby. Boy.
Themselves, we went out, we played a clean baseball game, and did what we're capable of doing. We didn't do anything special. We had quality ABs. We threw strikes. We played good defense. Do that all the time, and you will be surprised at where you finish. I won't, but you might be surprised at where you finish. So again, you gain respect, and you had fun. Great job.
Let's go.
What a very special night, of course, at Lee Hines Field. Just unbelievable to see that 7-2 final score as the Jaguars beat number 8 LSU and the Tigers. And that was just a magical day. You were, of course, the PA announcer for that game.
It was a magical night, and I think you got a chance to see what Coach Jackson's philosophy is. He's very into the X's and O's with baseball, and I think his message is pretty clear and simple to his players is that just play clean baseball. Take quality at bats, limit your mistakes, and don't try to do anything extraordinary or out of your capabilities, and you'll be surprised. As he said, they'll be surprised where they end up at the end. And I think that's something that he wants to become more of a norm at Southern University. Not only being able to beat a ranked opponent at home or opponents of that caliber, but also having that type of atmosphere for midweek games, for weekend games at Lee Hines Field. And so it was tremendous. And I've seen a lot of baseball at Lee Hines Field. I was there when Ricky Weeks and that team came through, so that was pretty up there on the list of historic moments for Southern University baseball.
No question. That gives you an opportunity to see, you as a coach, you don't have to scream to them now when you get in the NCAA regionals or the SWAC tournament, you're getting to the SWAC final and you're playing at Alabama State or what have you, and you're getting into that, and then you get in the NCAA regionals. I don't care who you're playing.
Oh, absolutely.
Now you can beat, if you beat number 8 LSU, now you can beat a team like Cal State Fullerton or Oregon State or Mississippi State if it's in Starkville, or Texas A&M or Texas University of Texas. You could beat those. Speaking of that, Southern baseball has won 6 out of the last 8.
Yeah, actually 7 out of the last 8, and unfortunately they lost last night to ULM, but that win against LSU propelled them on a 5-game winning streak. And I think the biggest thing that we talked about with Southern University baseball is this weekend coming up against Grambling State. If you look at the SWAC standings, Southern University is 14-3 on the west side, Grambling is 12-7. So they've approached that magic number that they need in terms of being able to clinch the SWAC Western Division, which is something they haven't done since 2014. And then when you think about the baseball program, they haven't won the SWAC championship since 2009. So this team is well ahead of schedule, and I think Coach Jackson just wants them to kind of dial it in. I think last night will help refocus the team as they prepare for a huge series against Grambling, because Grambling is going to be motivated to beat us because they got swept here when they came to Lee Hines Field. So it should be a fun atmosphere in North Louisiana.
And it's unbelievable the way that happens. Football season won the West for the first time in a number of years. Ladies basketball goes to the NCAA tournament, winning the SWAC tournament for 9 seasons. And now this could happen for the first time in 10 seasons with baseball winning the whole SWAC.
And I think it just speaks to the overall direction and vision of our athletic director, Roman Banks, as well as the coaching philosophy, some of the coaching pedigree that we have on staff, is that a number of our teams who might not have won their division are right there. If you look at Southern University women's volleyball, they finished and made it to the semifinals and was a game away from playing for a championship as well. If you look at Southern University women's bowling, they actually went into the final game of the winner's bracket with an opportunity to actually win and only have to have the opponent beat them twice in order to win the SWAC championship before they were knocked out. So they're nipping at the heels. And then you look at soccer. Soccer made it back to postseason play. So a number of our programs are right on the cusp of getting Southern University back to that true meaning of SWAC, which is Southern wins another championship.
Right. How is Hunter David? I know he didn't play last night, right?
He didn't. He's suffering from an injury. Hopefully they'll have him back this weekend. But I think in that LSU clip you saw, Hunter didn't even play in that game. And Hunter is clearing away the best hitter on the team. And I think Coach Jackson has a collection of Jaguars that are prepared when their name is called to do what they need to do. And so even if Hunter is not available for this weekend, that batting order from 1 through 9 is kind of tough to get out.
And the ninth batter, Javion Williams, bats .363 on the season. He's doing very well. You and I talked about Tyler Laporte also at third base. That guy took a bunt. It went on the first base side. He's coming from third base, went all the way across the diamond, beat the catcher to the ball, and threw the ball to first base to get the guy out.
If you've ever been to a Southern University baseball game, those are two people that you really need to take notice of. Javion Williams can cover the field from left to right. It doesn't matter if it's in his area or in someone else's area. He has the natural physical gifts to cover the ground needed to track down outfield balls. Right. And then Laporte is just special. I mean, that third base position is extremely, they call it the hot corner for a reason. You get a lot of hot play over in that area, so you have to have almost cat-like reflexes, and he is phenomenal over there. Not many errors this season, and then obviously he has a great approach to the plate. He was 3 for 3 in the Jaguars finale against Texas Southern, where they were able to run rule Texas Southern to take the series.
And then obviously, too, an opportunity. It's not in Birmingham, Alabama. We're talking about the SWAC tournament for baseball. It's going to be in New Orleans, Louisiana. So you have an opportunity to go to New Orleans at Wesley Barrow Stadium and actually cheer on the Jaguars right there as they possibly can go to the NCAA regionals. So that's important for people to just go down to New Orleans, hour and 15 minutes away.
It is, and I think that was a great move for the SWAC. It kind of was born out of a situation where the SWAC didn't really have a whole lot of options, and so lo and behold, MLB has built this new MLB Urban Youth Academy in New Orleans. Has a turf field. The grandstand is large enough to accommodate a nice-sized SWAC crowd, and so for our fans, knowing that you could possibly have a team that's coming into the SWAC tournament as the SWAC Western Division champions and the 1 seed, it would be exciting to go cheer them on to possibly get that first championship since 2009. So you can obviously go to the SWAC website, swac.org, for more information on the tournament bracket. The SWAC tournament starts May 15th and runs through May 19th at Wesley Barrow Stadium in New Orleans.
All right, and speaking of the schedule, Grambling, again, as we mentioned this week, final home game will be against Nicholls State. That is next Wednesday. Then Prairie at Prairie next weekend. 2 more road games against UNO on May 7th, and they wrap up the regular season at Alcorn. That game is in Natchez. All right, when we come back, we'll have more here. It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We'll be back with more here from Scoreboards. I'm Chris Powers here on Pelican Sports TV.
Family road trips just got a whole lot easier. The 2018 Nissan Rogue. Now with Nissan Intelligent Mobility, featuring technologies like available ProPilot Assist, which helps keep an eye on the road ahead and helps you stay centered while you're turning this lane into memory lane. Get to Nissan, proud supporter of college athletics.
CareSouth offers a wide range of comprehensive medical, behavioral health, and dental services. On behalf of the staff and board of directors, we want to thank the Parish of Ascension, East Baton Rouge, and Iberville for allowing us to serve you. Come out to any of our locations where family is serving families.
I can still remember Charlotte's first day of kindergarten like it was yesterday. Now, she's heading off to college.
So how are you feeling?
I'm nervous. I'm also really excited.
You know you're the first McKernan to not go to LSU in decades. Promise me this, you'll wear purple and gold at all the UT football games.
Dad.
Letting go isn't easy, especially for this Louisiana dad, but our children know family is always there for them. Just like when our clients come to us for help, they'll always be part of the Get Gordon family. We want to be your lawyers for life.
Call 888-8888.
Preparing a meal. It's a lot like preparing for a game. It involves hard work, the right plan, and attention to detail. Great food, that's our passion. A taste of Louisiana, handcrafted from scratch. Walk-ons, because everyone needs a little playing time.
Home, away, any game day. At Walk-Ons, we'll help you do game day right.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
Right here, it's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and right now I've got a guy, Derek Price. I think when Southern was open for the first day of school, you were there, right?
I don't know, Chris. Maybe the second one.
Man, you played sports here at Southern University. You were obviously a student. Yeah. How long have you been at Southern University, man?
This will be in September, 41 years.
So we can't live without you.
Yes, you can.
You got to live forever for number one, and number two, you got to keep doing what you're doing.
Okay, Chris.
We
All
need
right.
you.
Okay.
We
All
need
right.
you because, I mean, who else would do all the stuff you do? And for those people out there who might not know how important this guy, he's important for Southern University, number one. But this guy was also in charge of the NFL coaches' headsets during all the Super Bowls up until what Super Bowl?
Oh, maybe 6 years ago.
He was the communications guy for all the NFL, and we got to go to all the Super Bowl. He bragged to me every year. Hey, Chris, I was at the Super Bowl. That was right when he passed by. I was there. I was like, Never been to one Super Bowl. I'd be in his duffel bag. I'd carry his duffel bag for that matter.
It's not all what you think it is, Chris.
Oh. Well, a guy who's been to 10 million Super Bowls.
20.
Yeah, you look at it. See what I'm saying? Now, that's impressive, but what you did on the field, what your staff did on the field, getting Lee Hines Field ready for baseball against Texas Southern was unbelievable. We got some pictures I want to show you coming up right here. Outfield was basically a lake. Look at this right here. This is over ankle-deep water, and you can see where you'll see the line that's on that. That's all the way to infield right there. Look at the infield tarp. That is all the way to infield. Tell me, what did you do to get that water off of that Lee Hines Field?
Well, Chris, the next day we came in, this was Thursday. We came in Friday morning, and a lot of it had drained out, but it was still puddles out there. So I got with Coach Jackson, and we talked about it. And what we did was we just got all the players together, along with some of the baseball coaches, and we went out, we rented some pumps, and a lot of shovels and brooms and rakes, and we actually went around the field and dug about 2.5 foot deep holes, and we just pushed all the excess water into those holes, put the pumps down in them, and pumped everything out.
Look at that now. That's how it looked. And it was not, when I did the game on that Saturday, 2 games were played on that Saturday, you didn't see anybody slipping and sliding anywhere. That is unbelievable. You can see a few puddles at the warning tracks, but other than that, that is absolutely unbelievable. Have you told Athletic Director Roman Banks, though, that you used his vacuum cleaner yet?
No, not yet.
And ruined it?
Not yet.
It's coming. Well, we might not see you next year. Goodbye.
I told Miss Sturgis, though, we're working on buying a new one right now.
Unbelievable. Well, tell us, year one with Under Armour, you've dealt with several companies before. How's it been with Under Armour?
It's been great, Chris. The best people in the world to work for.
Really?
They are really hands-on, and anything we say we need, they figure out a way to make it happen.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
And for one of them is a Columbia blue and white throwback uniforms for baseball. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And that's correct. You know, in the past, we've never basically worn Columbia with baseball because it was so hard to find. Nobody wanted to make it in Columbia.
There's those pictures right there. Look at that. Look how beautiful that is.
And Under Armour came in, and when I told them what we wanted to do, and you gotta say, no problem.
Wow.
We can make it happen.
Cool deal. And you've got a lot of, I mean, from football to baseball to basketball, softball, track and field, everything. You got to get it all there. You got to make sure that all the players have their jerseys.
Got to make sure. It's a headache sometimes.
Now, do you get the sizes before each individual player? Or do you get, okay, I need this amount in the medium jerseys, that amount in small, that amount in...
Well, it depends on the sport. Naturally, with sports like bowling or you know, volleyball, it's a lot easier to get individual sizes. But when you're talking about the big team sports, football, baseball, basketball, you never know who's coming in, so you kind of have to order in bulk and just cover all the size range and make it happen that way.
Yeah, and you see this shirt here, Under Armour. You got that shirt on. I've got my shirt on. I understand there's going to be a pop-up retail space at the Taste of Jag on May 23rd over at the Bell.
Well, we're going to try to put out a lot of stuff for the fans because we're getting tons of calls. Everybody wants the new stuff, so we want to make it available to them. And, you know, it helped them branding the university, too. When it goes all over, riding around town, out of town, different cities, and they see this stuff. It brands the university.
Now, you're not, you know, knocking me down to be on TV all the time and stuff of that nature, so I know how you are. You're a humble guy. But last year, during last fall's football, you were honored for a football special.
Yeah, I was honored because I was supposed to be leaving, Chris.
Yeah.
And that was supposed to be my last football season, but My boss he's kind of like got a rope tied on me, and he keeps, every time I walk out the door, he pulls me back. So we're going to see how that works out.
But could you ever see yourself stopping this really, though? I mean, this is something you've been doing for so long.
Yeah, I have. I'm still trying to figure out what I would do. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, you would have to do something.
You know, every day for the last 41 years, I wake up and go to Southern.
Yeah. 41 years.
Yeah.
Is there, I mean, do you think you would be here that long?
No. You never visualize being in one place that long. I don't think nobody ever does.
Now, you played football. Tell everybody what position you played in football.
I played wide receiver.
Wide receiver in football?
Yeah, I was like...
Who was your quarterback?
I was like 100 pounds lighter then, so, you know.
Look, man, you still got pecs up here, brother. You still working out, man. So who was your quarterback?
Well, Norman Gibbs, who was my high school quarterback.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
And who was your coach?
Well, I played for two. I've started out with Cass Jackson, and I finished up with Otis Washington.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Otis Washington.
Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed. You relive the moments and talk to some of your old teammates?
Yeah, when I see them every now and then, and we go back down memory lane, and we laugh and joke about it. We laugh about dressing in the mini dome in a little square locker room compared to what we have now. I say, but that's progress.
Right.
You always want to see the program move forward.
And then obviously the equipment has come so far.
Oh my God, yes indeed.
From where you played and the shoulder pads, the helmet, everything.
Chris, people don't believe the first helmet I wore in college had strings in the top. It had ropes. It didn't have padding. It had strings with a rubber donut on the top that sit on top of your head.
Wow. And no gloves.
No gloves.
Didn't have gloves back then.
Gloves.
You had to catch it with your
right.
hands.
That's
where I like catching it better with your hands anyway.
You had to stick them though.
Yeah. Back when it was legal.
Yes.
Now you can't stick them, but those gloves are so sticky where you don't need to stick them. That thing.
That's correct.
Catch pretty good. Brother, thank you for all you do at Southern University.
Appreciate you.
We couldn't do without you, man. I'm serious.
I appreciate everything.
That's why they keep having you back and back and back. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for this guy right here. He's unbelievable. Coach Price. Guy's incredible and does it and never gripes and complains, always there, setting the communications up for the coaches in the headsets so they can talk back to their coaches up in the booth. And he's just an unbelievable guy, and I'm serious. This guy, when this guy leaves, we're going to be very sad for that. Happy for him, but very sad at the same time. We'll be back with more right here. It's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're talking Lady Jags softball coming up right here when we return here on Pelican Sports TV.
When Culinary Artistry partners with the Jaguar Nation, a good time is guaranteed. Join SU Athletics and the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino for the 3rd annual Taste of the Jag Food Expo, May 23rd, 2019 at the Belle of Baton Rouge Casino and Hotel Atrium. It's a night of good food, good music, and Southern fried fun. For more details or to sign up as a vendor, call 225-771-3171.
At Roadrunner Towing, we love our God, our children, our nation, and yes, our sports. So let's play ball. Score big when you need a tow, either in East Baton Rouge or West Baton Rouge. Because at Roadrunner Towing, we don't want an arm and a leg. We just want your tows.
Legendary Import Group. Exceptional service and a rare collection. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. We are legendary.
I am legendary.
I'm Team Legendary.
I am legendary.
I am legendary.
Now that's legendary. Stop by Legendary Import Group today, where our team is honored to serve you. We are legendary.
Legendary Import Group, the only place for legendary care.
The smart Baton Rouge business traveler travels out of Baton Rouge. Why? It's about not having to wake up hours earlier, fight traffic, and stand in long lines. It's also about BTR being closer, more convenient, with non-stops and short hops to anywhere your business takes you. It's smart. So for your business, if it's about being one step ahead and not dead on your feet, then it's about time you flew BTR. Baton Rouge Metro Airport. It's about time.
I can't imagine a day without music. You go downtown, you can find some music. You come uptown, you can find some music. Monday night, they got music. Every night of the week, there's music somewhere. Baton Rouge is a place where it's easy to make friends, it's easy to hear some music, and it's easy to come back. We got the music, we got the food, and we got good people. So with that combination, you can't lose, right? You ever come to Louisiana?
Welcome back, everybody. It's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics, and right now we're taking a closer look at Lady Jag softball and the final regular season SWAC series in on Southern's campus this week. We got two players right here with us. Jaslyn Paradin.
Yes.
How are you doing? Right field.
Yes, sir. Right
and where's number one?
Yep, they ran number one.
All right, cool deal. And we also got Peyton Mercado. Where's number 42? And you play outfield?
Yes, sir.
All right, cool. Pick that just a little bit. There
Yes,
you go.
sir.
Cool deal. Where are you from?
Atwater, California.
And what is your major?
History major.
History major. My son would
Concentration.
love you to death.
Oh, really?
Big.
And I'm from Houston, Texas. I'm a civil engineer major.
What's that again?
Houston, Texas, civil engineer major.
Okay, cool deal. What made you come from Houston, Texas to Southern University?
My family pushed me to come to Southern just because it's a tradition. I have a lot of cousins that came here, and then getting in contact with Coach Garris, he made me feel welcome, so that was my option.
Awesome deal. And how has he been as your coach?
He's been a great coach. I will miss him.
He's like, oh, what is she going to say?
Yeah, he's been really awesome. He didn't give up on me, and just been a really good coach, and I really appreciate him.
Because you're still on the team, and if you didn't say that right, you'd be running suicides this afternoon.
Right.
What has he meant to you in your years at Southern University so far?
Well, so far I've been here for 2 semesters. So knowing Coach G, though, a year previous, he's been really helpful with the recruiting process with me as well, and being patient and helping me make the right decision and making everything very smooth. And he's been such a great guy and like a great person. And I really look
Awesome,
into
dude.
that for a coach.
Well, you've been here. It's your senior season. So what did it mean for you when you saw the improvements at Jaguar Park?
The improvement at Jaguar Park, it's been such an honor just being able to play on our field just for my last year. It's been really good. I don't know. I would miss my team very much and miss the coaches as well. The program has grown a lot from when I started as a freshman. So it's just it's gonna be such an honor. I'm gonna miss them.
Coach Garris, you got it right here. And 29 games, 29 starts, and that's a player you want to play every game. You'll know, can you play today, Jasmine, or not? She plays.
Absolutely. And it's a testament to her hard work. She's going to graduate, have her choice of degrees.
Oh, wait a minute. That deserves that right there. That deserves that.
I said choice of degrees. She's going to graduate and get her degree, and choice of job. She has 2 different internships she can choose from this summer. She had an internship last summer that they've already offered her a job, and that says a lot about our civil engineering program and about Jazz as a student. And when you said put her in there 29 games in a row, hey, at the beginning of her career, she played a little bit. She ran sometimes, played in the outfield sometimes, and she kept working, and just like working hard and chipping away at those courses and getting everything in order to graduate with a great degree from a great university and have really good grades. She's excelled as an athlete because she just kept with it and stuck with her knitting.
No doubt about that. And you know, in baseball it's important, but softball it's major important about the base stealing. She's 10 out of 14 on the base paths and stealing bases.
Yes.
So that's pretty impressive too.
Yes,
is there any chance, I mean, do you have any notion at all, say, I don't think I'm gonna give her the green light in this situation, or is it?
Wow, Jazz wakes up and the green light's on at the beginning of the morning.
Wow. And she's at second base, and like you do the sign. Oh no, she's gone already. She's there.
That's right.
She's at second base. She's flash.
Yes.
And stuff that is awesome. That's unbelievable. And you're obviously just getting going for Southern and the Lady Jags. How's it been so far?
It's been amazing. It's been quite an experience being able to play at the highest level of softball and just getting the true HBCU experience. And I love my teammates. I love my coaching staff, and I can see nothing wrong with where I'm at. I love where I'm at.
Golf is tough. It's one of the hardest sports I've ever played. But the hardest would be hitting a fast pitch softball.
Right.
And I've told Coach that for a long time. Every time we've been on radio, I tell him that. Because in baseball, you were always taught to watch the arm. Watch the ball coming out of the arm. But for you doing that, I'm like, what do you watch? The hip?
Right here. Yeah, release at the hip.
But see, even Albert Pujols, who's one of the best hitters in all of Major League Baseball, struck out 3 times. 3 straight pitches out. He couldn't hit the ball. That's pretty impressive.
It is. It is.
And it's closer. What would you say the mile an hour is coming from the pitch? Because it's closer from the mound to the is it like 80s? Right. Is it 80s, 90s?
Well, if you're asking what is it similar to, when the pitcher finally releases the ball, they're going to be 38, 39 feet away. They start at 43, but when they stride out, they're going to be 38, 39 feet away. And the pitch could range anywhere from 58 to, say 63, 64 in our league. Sometimes in other leagues, they have pitchers that throw even harder. You may see them approaching 70. Peyton's on the national team for Mexico.
Wow.
And so she's going to see that sometimes. She's going to see at that level some pitchers that the Olympic level, you'll see them that'll throw at 70.
Wow.
And in that situation, comparing it to baseball, the reaction time would be very similar to, say, 95, 98, even 100 miles an hour, depending on how close you are to that 70 range.
I love watching softball. And it also, the field is closer, the infield is closer. You get a hard grounder, you better react quick like that. Or do you rather slapping, or do you rather just swing?
Slap.
You like to slap?
Yes, sir.
How about you?
I'm a slapper.
You're a slapper?
Yes, sir.
And that's something you start running, and that's another thing you've got to do is perfect timing.
Yes.
When she starts to pitch, you're already in your position and doing that. That's pretty impressive to do that. Jaslyn, 88 at-bats this year, 10 runs, 30 hits.
Yes, sir.
That's pretty impressive.
It is.
And you just, is it almost time to where you say, this being your senior year, you almost like, I'm going to miss that?
I am going to miss it. I was thinking that last weekend. I was like, wow, my senior weekend is this weekend. And I was like, just being able to play on Jaguar Field is such an honor. And I'm going to just miss waking up early in the morning and working out with my teammates and putting in the hard work.
She's going to miss waking up early in the morning.
I am.
Now, again, tell us your future again. What do you envision? You've got a couple of intern opportunities?
Yes. Well, this summer I did make my decision. I'll be working with a Fortune 500 company in Houston, Texas. I'll be doing land development with the engineers, civil engineers. So I do plan on becoming a civil engineer, land developer once I graduate in December.
Now, why pick Southern? You had Texas Southern and Prairie View right there. Tell us why your parents wanted you to go to Southern University.
It was Southern. Texas Southern and Prairie View was too close to home. I just wanted to get away from home and being able to grow on my own and just get a different atmosphere.
When I interviewed this guy, it's like he's a good teacher, and I could see that going on. And you have some coaches that sometimes expect you to get that. They talk so fast that you can't pick it up. But I'm getting from Coach Garris here that he takes his time and goes over what you're doing, what your weaknesses are, and what you need to do. Would you say that?
I'd say that.
Being a young player?
I agree. Like, a lot of coaches, they try to go through things so fast, whereas Coach G and Coach Monroe and Coach O, they all take their time, and they want to make sure that you're doing things with a purpose and not just going through the motions, so you grow as a person and a player. So
wow.
I really appreciate it all the time.
So tell us about the Olympics coming up. Are you going to be a part of that team?
I've been a part of the team for 4 years now, so I just have to keep working and staying consistent and doing what I need to do.
And the Olympics is coming up this summer or next summer?
Next summer.
Next summer.
Tokyo 2020.
So you're going to be there? So she already knows it, Tokyo 2020.
She's got it on her calendar.
Got it on the calendar.
Yes, I do have it on my calendar. So.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's a good part of that. That's good to have that because baseball's taken away.
Yes.
They don't have baseball. They have golf now, but not baseball. Mm-hmm. So it's important to have softball on there. I think that's pretty cool.
I think it is too. softball is growing and evolving as the years go on, and I'm really appreciative of that. I think it's nice to show appreciation to women's sports, and especially softball. Everyone watches softball, and it's so exciting and fast-paced, and it just keeps you on your toes.
One of the things I love watching of softball is because it's not only is that I appreciate as an athlete watching, again, everything close, the pitches come fast, they're hard to do that and all that stuff, but you never hear a pin drop at a softball game.
Never.
Always the dugout is always cheering some cheer, and always super excited when a player hits a home run or gets a triple and all that, and they come in and score. That's a fun sport to watch. Why wouldn't you love to go watch softball?
It's fun to watch and be a part of.
Is there any time that you get to the stadium and like, I'm not going to cheer that much this time, I'm going to be quiet?
No,
never.
Not at all.
Never.
That's impressive.
You have to have high energy during games.
Right. What do you think after all of it's said and done, what are you going to get from playing at Southern University when it's all said and done?
When it's all said and done, I know one thing that I've learned from myself is that I never gave up during the hard times that was thrown at me. Also, just knowing how to work with teams, because you have to have that type of skill in order to be in the corporate world. And yeah, just staying positive. Like no matter what, just whatever you're going through, just enjoy your moment and just have fun. Like it's not a moment where you just need to be hard on yourself.
What has she meant, this senior on this team, what has she meant to you?
Ooh, man, you put me on the spot. Jazz is one of my favorite people in the whole world, and wow.
Yeah.
Students like this make you proud to be a Jag.
Yeah, and it's just what people don't understand. He's like a father, and he's got this whole team as his kids.
He is.
And it's tough to do that and what have you. And just know that a few years you'll be sitting in that corner in the hot seat.
It's going to be hard for me. It's going to be hard for me to
you'll be
leave this
talking.
program.
You going to come back to Baton Rouge anytime?
I am.
She better.
Yeah, you better.
I'm not going to stop supporting the Lady Jags, not at all.
Do you ever foresee yourself maybe even coaching maybe a little bit too?
Oh, I don't know about that one.
Because there's a lot of people that do that. A lot of people that finish their playing careers, they come back to coaching.
Yeah.
Assistant coaches, grad coaches.
Jazz would be great at it, but she's got to go out there and make a bunch of money.
Yes.
And so we got to all stay in touch with Jazz because she's going to make so much money she can loan us a ton.
So you can donate back to the softball program.
There you go.
There you go.
There you
Coach
go.
Garrison, that's it.
There you go. All those improvements we made would still be nice if we could put a thing where it's real hot, where all of our fans can have a little breeze blowing.
There you go.
Jazz could probably design it and pay for it.
All right. What do you think your emotions are going to be at the end of the Texas Southern game, the final game here at Southern?
Emotions? It's going to be hard just because I know that'll be my last time playing at the Jaguar Field and just having a series there. But I know at that moment during the series, I'm just going to give it my all and just do my best ability and just able to get a win this weekend.
Well, we're
3
proud
wins.
of you. Good
Thank
job.
you so much.
Thank you. Proud of you. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
And thank you, Coach, as always. That's Southern Softball. You'll see these Lady Jags this weekend right there on the campus of Southern University. When we come back, Coach Banks comes right back up here. We're going to ask him a question that's coming up right next here. It's Overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics right here on Pelican Sports TV. Good job.
Need to see a doctor fast? Lake Express Check-In lets you get in line online. Visit OLOLRMC.com/express to choose an estimated treatment time at one of our emergency room, urgent care, or physician office locations. A service of Our Lady of the Lake.
Legendary Import Group. Distinguished service and detailed attention. You'll discover the only distinctive auto for the legend in you. Stop by 10660 Coursey Boulevard or phone 225-960-1191.
It's game day. A day that should be spent in the living room, not the kitchen. So next game, you just worry about the score. Because we've got the food covered. With hand-battered, cooked-to-order, always fresh, never ever frozen chicken fingers. Craveable cane sauce, crispy crinkle-cut fries, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade.
Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, official chicken of Southern University. One love.
Buddies, talking about buddies. You just can't lock 'em out, buddies. They'll make your day. Buddies, you can't deny 'em, buddies. You just can't buy 'em. Whoever comes your way, buddies are here to stay.
We're a nation of hardworking Americans, and businesses will always be the lifeline of this great country. As a business owner, you understand the importance of your reputation. In times of uncertainty, you need a real lawyer who's serious about protecting you and your business. You need a problem solver. You need the law firm of Clayton and Fouger. Tony Clayton is a proven trial lawyer. He'll defend you and your business to the fullest extent of the law. Protect your investment and call the law firm of Clayton and Fouger today.
This is your home, your car, and you want to give them the protection they deserve. With home and auto insurance.
Talk to State Farm agent Anna Jones in Baton Rouge today.
What's the most important aspect of event hosting? Location. This is something that Bell knew from day one. That's why we're located in downtown Baton Rouge, across from the convention center, close to LSU, and right by the river. So with a friendly staff, award-winning cuisine, and a massive conference center of 10 rooms and 24,000 square feet capable of fitting more than 2,000 guests, what we offer is just as important as where we are.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Right here, it's overtime with Athletic Director Roman Banks. A closer look at Jaguar Athletics. We're right here from Scoreboard's Restaurant. We got Coach Jacobs in the house.
Coach Jacobs, volleyball in the house.
She said she is going to teach me how to properly spike before the season starts in the fall.
You know, you got to be able to get off the floor to do that now.
Oh.
That's a little different now.
And I used to have pride in doing that, blocking in PE and stuff like that. Coach Futno, who is my cousin, is in the house.
Cousin from another mother.
That's it. That's it. All of us Futnos are related. That's my mom's maiden name is Futnos. We own the phone book in Evangeline Parish.
So Coach Futno is doing a community service, and he's having a father-daughter dance coming up. And I think that's next week, this Saturday. And so we're asking that all the fathers out there come with their daughters, and you can step in. It can be an uncle and a niece. So that's a fundraiser that he has for the soccer program. So please give a chance to support our soccer program.
No question about that. Also, tell us about Walk for Humanity.
Walk for Humanities is one of our community service events that's going to happen this Saturday. And we're looking forward to that. So we got Athletes Week all this week. And to end up this Saturday where the student athletes and the staff, we're partnering with Ms. Velma Tarver as a fundraiser for herself and Southern University in the community, where we go downtown and we walk, jog, and run. So somebody come challenge me to the mile.
There you go. There you go. And the Jagathon's due date, August 16th on the radio.
August 16th. So we're looking for that to be a big fundraiser for us. And we're going to put a lot of information out because we really need to. Our goal is to generate $100,000. So we're going to need all the Jaguar Nation, all the supporters, all the business to sow into the athletic department that day.
All right, Tiana's not here, Taylor's not here, so I get to ask the AD. Back in 1974, no, I'm not going to ask.
Wasn't born yet.
Yeah, there you go. What's the importance of hosting the Student Awards Banquet at Southern University, which is going to be held tonight during this show, but you'll be able to see it and we'll have, all the results next week on the show.
Yeah, so the JASP is something like the ESPYs for our athletes. And this is something that we really want to showcase our student athletes in their own arena where they all come out and they're able to, with their coaches, pick whoever their most valuable player or who their most improved player, who got the highest GPA. And so really for me, there's very limited that I really wanted the staff to do, because I think this is something where they can come out and we got music and entertainment, and it's the Young Vibe thing. And so we wanted to be fun for them. They get a chance to dress up, walk on the red carpet and take pictures. And so for me, it's something that I actually just want to sit back, be in the background and let the students have a good time.
I think it's a great idea. I don't know if any other colleges doing that. I know there's other award banquets, but I think that's a smart way, because that makes that student athlete just unbelievable when they walk in the red carpet.
So I just cut the deal today. So it looked like our Jaspys next year, we're going to do it live on Pelican TV. So that's going to be pretty good for us.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So we'll get the tuxes ready and all that stuff?
Oh, man, they walk in. You know, I'm too big to get in skinny jeans and all that type of stuff. So they be in their skinny jeans, they be decked out and have all their own style. So I look forward to seeing it. And you know, they take pride in walking down the red carpet and taking pictures. And, you know, it's more of a fun outing. And so we like to go ahead, go through the program, you know, feed them some great food, and then let them dance and do what they do.
I think that's important. And we've got still some of the softball players right here. I know y'all gonna have fun tonight, right? Right.
They got the outfit. They got the outfit on the bed right now. They're ready to go.
Yeah, look out with that. Next week we're gonna have fun. The Crawfish Fest gonna be next weekend right here at Scoreboards, and it'll be at night too. By the way, we're back to the night taping.
Back to our evening taping, and at 6:45, and you know, we're gonna have a evening with Crawfish. We're gonna have the patio open. We're gonna have our music in here. And so we're going to have a pretty fun night next Wednesday. We got a great show coming, so we look forward to everybody to come down and have a good time with us.
Also, we'll have a Yoga Lattes 2 rep. We'll also have a rep from the Baton Rouge Metro Airport, and how important it is to fly out of Baton Rouge instead of flying out of New Orleans or anywhere else. So we'll do that coming up next week as well. And as he mentioned, the Crawfish Fest, we tape again on Wednesday nights. And don't forget, only 3 more shows left to go. We're getting delicious pork chops, red beans and rice. Look out. Look out. Look at this. It's grocery. It's there.
Man, we got to go off there.
Go Jags.
Go Jags. See you later. We got to eat, y'all. See you later.